Hi everyone, welcome back to the Savia Forex Solutions YouTube channel. Before I get started with today's video, please remember to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. We're back again this week with another boom and crash market analysis video. We'll be looking at the general high-level trends across all 6 boom and crash indices and opportunities to trade these markets. We'll be adding more analysis videos in the coming weeks, looking at other synthetic indices markets as well as the Forex market. As you all know, the boom and crash indices are synthetic markets, meaning price action is determined by a complex computer algorithm. As such, they are available to trade 7 days a week, 24/7. If you're looking to swing trade the boom and crash indices, then these videos will be of particular value to you. Check out our other videos, which also show you how to scalp the boom and crash indices by catching spikes. So without further ado, let's get started with the first index, which is the boom 1000 index. So looking at the past week, we can see that it has been fairly bullish. So we've seen fairly bullish price action. So we're looking at this from the 1 hour time frame essentially. So I would have basically in this week been looking to take basically buy positions. Previous week also fairly bullish, price action above all my moving averages, set of moving averages, which I use basically to help me determine where the trend is going essentially and what to do the specific week. But as we can see, as of basically yesterday, prices have broken down below by my moving averages here, so indicating some bearish price action there. I actually have a very nice tool which I use to basically help me determine, I guess, my entry points. So it just makes me really easy for me to kind of get an idea essentially of where I enter the market. So turning to the crash 1000 index, fairly, I would say, choppy price action, and that's also evident in my moving averages, which are quite flat, intertwining as well. So generally I look for price action which is fairly clear of my moving averages and moving in a specific direction in order for me to really be comfortable with taking trades in that specific market. So as we know, the crash index normally is about price action crashing. So I would normally only be looking for sells. That's where the opportunity is really to make a lot of money. If you do want to trade or counter trade in this market, I particularly would only look for a strong counter trend. So for me, where prices are well above, I guess, the longer term moving averages, I would take buys there, but that would obviously be at your own risk. But I would naturally, given the type of index this is, being the crash index, I would prefer to only look at sell opportunities in this instance. So looking at the past 2 weeks, in fact, like I said, price action has been very choppy, as we can see, very flat and intertwining moving averages, so a bit of indecision in the market. So I particularly would stay out, but doesn't mean that there have been no opportunities to make money. There definitely are, to make some good profits. So as we can see there, if we even go into a higher time frame, fairly bearish actually, I must say, despite the fairly choppy price action on the slightly lower time frame on the 1 hour side, but fairly bearish. So still a lot of opportunities to make a bit of money, I would say. As you can see, the market has been crashing quite nicely since the 18th, so a good opportunity to make money in this market, I would say. So yeah, control your risk. That's probably the most important thing to always consider. Turning our attention to the boom 500 index, also fairly flat. I prefer to look at my 1 hour time frame just to give me really an idea. Like I said, if you're interested in swing trading the boom and crash markets, I tend to look at the 1 hour time frame upwards, sometimes the half an hour time frame, but also I can teach you or show you also how to scalp by catching spikes, but still looking at the higher or bigger trend essentially. So as we can see here, fairly choppy for the past 2 weeks as well, so market quite indecisive. However, the past week, as we can see, price action well above my moving averages, so quite bullish, so opportunities basically to trade in this market and make a bit of money to the upside here, in line also with the kind of index it is, which is a spiking or booming index essentially. So you're likely to make more money or position yourself to make more money if you're taking buys. If you do, like I said and I mentioned earlier, if you do want to counter trend this index, you can also look at doing that, but I would recommend it also only on the higher time frame, so then you can really hold your positions for a little bit longer as well, and you increase the probability of making some money as well. But like I said, you need to also control your risk when you're doing so. So in this instance, past 2 weeks fairly flat. The week preceding that or before that, fairly strong, I would say, bullish price action, but returning our focus to the current week. So I still think good opportunities to still make money in this market. Fairly bullish on my 15-minute time frame. So if you want to, I guess, do a bit of intraday day trading as well, you can look at your slightly higher time frame and really look at what price action is doing there, and I guess look at lower time frames to try and catch some opportunities there. Like I said, this is a nice spiking market, nice bullish, so good opportunities to make money here in this market. I follow my moving averages and they're quite consistent across the time frames, so whether I'm on my 4 hour, 1 hour, 30-minute or 15-minute, gives me a very good idea of what price action is likely to, or what prices are likely to go relative to where prices are to my moving averages. So fairly good action. Like I said, if you want to trade intraday trading here, you can also look at your 15-minute chart and really catch some nice moves there. Turning our attention now to the crash 500 index. The beginning of the week, some bearish action there, bearish trend to the downside there somewhat, but meeting or running into support. The bigger trend is bullish, as we can see here for the past 2-3 weeks, has been running up. If we move to our higher time frame, that is also quite evident here. So the overall trend is bullish, as we can see here. The trend really running up there for the past couple of weeks, in fact, actually. So this was really just a retracement of the market and hitting support over there before really returning to its bullish nature right now. So opportunities to make money in this market as well. Like I said, this is a crash index, so I particularly would normally be looking for opportunities to sell where the market crashes. That's where you really make good money. But if you do want to counter trend trade this market on a long-term basis or swing traded, as you can see here, there are significant opportunities to make some really good money here as well, as long as you manage and control your risk and take good entries here. So this tool allows me to really take good entries here on the longer or bigger time frames if I do want to counter trend trade this market. So some good opportunities here to make money as well. But the crash 500 index showing a bullish trend for this week. Turning our attention to the boom 300 index, moving averages turning flat this week, so fairly indecisive. Preceding or prior week we saw strong bullish price action here, so good opportunity to make money last week, and the week before that fairly flat price action there. So you can choose to either stay out of the market, or if you want to go down to your lower time frames and maybe scalp the market relative to what's happening, you can also do that for yourself. But nonetheless, a good bullish trend at the moment, I would say, if you look at the higher time frame as well. So this week has really been also somewhat of a retracement, but trading in line with the kind of index which it is, which is a boom index. So good opportunity to make money since last week as well. Like I said, a nice bullish market right now. So I'd be looking for opportunities to buy. Price action is still above all my moving averages, so still presenting good opportunities to profit and make money from this bullish action, I would say, or bullish trend essentially. So all about managing risk and all about trading in the direction that you're comfortable with. So if it's a boom index and you want to only buy, that's perfect because you'll be making money. If you want to only sell the crash index, perfect. If you want to trade both directions, I would recommend, if you're trading the opposite of what that index is, only trade it on the higher time frames and never on the lower time frames, to increase your probability of making money and decreasing the probability of also making any unnecessary losses as well. So in this instance, I would not have traded this to the downside or sold here, essentially only because price action really is in between my moving averages at this level. It is not decisively above my longer term moving averages, and so really just represents a lot of choppiness and a lot of indecisiveness, and hence I would stay out. So this kind of price action where you can see it's clear of your moving averages and really moving in a specific direction, as we can see here, gives me more confidence to enter and really hold these trades for a day or two or three and really make some good money if you're really looking to swing trade these markets. Turning our attention to the last index, which is the crash 300 index, also fairly very bullish price action in the last 2 weeks as well. As you can see, clear of our moving averages. So opportunities to buy here, very important. Manage your risk. Let's just go down to up to a higher time frame. So also on the higher time frame, as we can see here, 4 hour, broken free of my moving averages to the upside as well. So I would only be looking to buy here. So it's always smart to not risk too much capital, but also make smart investments or intelligent investments, and take smart risk as well. So like I say, I trade only in the direction of the specific type of index it is. So for me, if it was like this is the crash index, I'd only really looking to sell. You can take hold of these kind of opportunities and make good money, of course, but I'd then be waiting for this to turn bearish again for me to catch those spikes to the downside and really make good money and hold and actually swing this market. So I'd be looking at opportunities such as these ones where price action is clear of my moving average to the downside, and given that this is the crash, I'd be more confident to enter and make money off of this type of market, essentially, for me. Though there are opportunities to counter trade this market and make good money as well, I would then wait again for the market to turn bearish in this instance. That's it from my side for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and gained some value from it. Join me again next week for another boom and crash market analysis video. That's it until next time. Cheers everyone. Bye.